Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I'm Scott Fox, lifelong insurance nerd. Medicare Advantage plans love to brag about their star ratings. 5 stars, 4.5 stars. But here's the problem. Stars don't always mean what you think they mean. And if you're using them the wrong way, you could end up choosing a plan that looks great on paper, but doesn't actually work for you. In this video, I'll show you exactly what star ratings really measure and what they don't tell you. Most importantly, when to use them so you don't get misled. Star ratings measure how a plan performed in the past, not how it will serve you next year. They're snapshots, not crystal balls. Let's get nerdy. First, let's talk about what star ratings actually measure. Every year, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, or the CMS, rates Medicare Advantage plans on a scale of 1 to 5 stars. They're looking for things like customer service, member complaints, how well the plan manages preventative care, and how they handle chronic conditions like diabetes and heart disease. Higher stars generally mean smoother operations. The plan answers the phone faster. They process the claims without constant headaches. They do a better job helping members stay healthy with screenings and follow-ups. So if you see a 4 or 5 star plan, it usually means fewer administrative headaches and better overall service. That's worth something, but here's where people go wrong. They assume stars tell the whole story, and they don't. Now let's talk about what star ratings don't mean. This is critical. Star ratings do not guarantee that your doctor is in the plan's network. They don't tell you if your prescriptions are covered or how much they'll cost. They don't predict whether your premiums will spike next year or if your out-of-pocket maximum is reasonable. I've seen people insist on 5-star plans only to find out their primary care doctor isn't in network, or their diabetes medication costs 3 times more than it did on their old plan. Stars measure the plan's operations and quality metrics as far as the government is concerned. They don't measure whether the plan fits your life. Don't star shop first. Compare what matters to you first: your meds, your docs, your budget. So when should you use star ratings? Use them as a tiebreaker. If you've narrowed it down to 2 or 3 plans and they're all equal on the things that matter most, your medications are covered, your doctors are in network, and the costs are similar, that's when you look at stars. If one plan has 4 stars and another has 2, go with the 4-star plan. You'll probably have a better experience. Also, avoid plans with 2 stars or lower if you can help it. Low ratings usually mean the plan is struggling with service, complaints, or quality issues. Red flags. And here's a bonus. 5-star plans get a special enrollment period. That means that if you do find a 5-star plan outside of open enrollment, you can switch to it anytime. It's a unique perk. Stars are the last step in your decision, not the first. So let me give you a simple decision tree you can use every year when you're comparing plans. Step 1, meds. Are your prescriptions covered? What tier are they on? What do they cost? Step 2, docs. Are your doctors and specialists in network? If you need to see someone regularly, this is non-negotiable. Step 3, budget. What's the total cost? Premiums, copays, out-of-pocket maximums. Add it all up. Step 4. If you're still tied between 2 plans, now look at the stars. Use them to break the tie. MDB first, stars last. Meds, docs, budget, then stars. That's the framework. It's simple, it works, and it keeps you from getting distracted by shiny star ratings. Star ratings are useful, but only if you use them correctly. They're a quality indicator, not a substitute for doing your homework on what the plan actually covers. Don't pick a plan just because it has 5 stars. Pick a plan because it covers your meds, includes your doctors, and fits your budget. And if it happens to have a good star rating, that's a bonus. I'd also love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever been misled by star ratings? Please drop a comment below and let me know. I answer every comment personally. If this was helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe for more nerd tips, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Thanks again for watching, and as always, stay nerdy, my friends.